The Aquamarine Academy is located on an island that is moving. To get there, you have to take a boat. As it starts taking off, there's not that many people with you, but from what you hear, that there's several different of these vessels that come around the world and take a bunch of kids. You guys just happen to be the children from your neck of the woods that are coming into this vessel to take it. And you hear Willy Winker go, "All right, boys and girls, you might want to go in the cabin. Most first years can't stomach what's going to go down." Go ahead, go in there. But if you're brave enough, you can sit up here and watch the show.
Oh, this ain't too bad. Been worse riding a wild boar.
As
I'll step onto the bow of the ship.
Okay, anyone else?
I don't move.
All of gonna take a seat by the mast.
He's gonna look around at all of you and smile and go, "They always want to stay aboard."
Manari's just vibing on the back of the boat on what I think is raised platforms.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the boat starts to turn and the paddles in it. You just hear like mechanical kung, 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 and you see the paddles down below like actually start to push the boat. The paddles are mechanically entwined instead of like people down there doing it. From all you can tell, that Willy Winkler is the only one that's here. As the boat starts to go out, a bunch of other boats start to follow all of you. It is a tradition that everyone follows this boat. Some of them not part of that tradition. Some of them are genuinely trying to get to the Aquamarine Academy. Students that haven't got accepted into it. Some students that would like to, and then like there's also some spies from some other schools. But it's always a tradition that all boats, the ones that can keep up with it, do try to keep up. As it starts going off, the sails let down and it starts picking up speed. And as you see the sails go down, they're just white. There's nothing special. And Faden and Lyra, Faden, Lyra, and Manari, you three make me insight. You know what? We'll do. Let's not do insight. Insight's not the right one. Let's do an investigation check for the three of you, since you are both proficient.
Investigation, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nice.
Awesome. So 17 and a 19 from both Lyra and Manari. Faden is just like, this is another fucking boat ride. She's not really paying attention.
No, it's not about her. She's not interested.
Yeah, she doesn't give a fuck. It's just a boat. Who cares? It was something that her father was interested in, but not her. But the two of you, as you're kind of like looking around, you notice that the sail, like there's a lot of sail to boat mass that shouldn't be here. The wood feels a little bit different. Like I said, it was like an iron, but it's made out of wood. And as you put your hands like on the railing and look around, there's like weird runes carved into everything. And as you're starting to like look and investigate these magical sigils and everything that's going on, you hear a sound that just goes woo, 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 woo. And 4 engines on either side of this vessel ignite, and in an instant it just starts fucking going. I need all of you to make me a DC 20 dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Awesome.
Can I at all forego mine to help Faden, even if she doesn't need it?
Sure. Awesome. So Michael got a 20 on his, Faden got a 20, Sylus and Manari and Lyra, you two are knocked 10 feet back and then prone. You're literally as this thing goes boom, all three of you fucking get slid back and start sliding as the
Question, I'm sitting. Does that make a difference?
Yeah, you get thrown out of your fucking seat and 10 feet back. And you're on the ground. And as that's happening, Lyra tried to like brace Faden, and then whoom, she goes. Manari goes, and you just see Willie go. I told you, it looks like some of you got your sea legs, but this ain't a trip that you've ever fucking had. And as it starts fucking punching, you look at the sails and they start turning from white to like this purplish hue color, and the boat starts lifting. It starts lifting up. Can I get an Arcana check from everyone that wishes to do so?
Rolling terrible.
Except for that Dexter. Look, you are a sea girl, so.
Hold on, I want to see if this did what I thought it did. It works.
Awesome.
Everything is as this is happening. Sylus just kind of bolts up from being on his back and goes, let's do that again.
With all of you, we've got the 9, the 7, the nat 1 from Manari. Which makes sense. This is older magic. It would be strange if you guys actually knew anything about this magic. But you can feel definitely, except for Sylus, the magic that's starting to course around you. You can't make out what the runes on the sails mean, but you can definitely feel like the ship is starting to lift. And as it does, the sails look like they stop taking air entirely and go taut. Boom. All of a sudden, the dragon's mouth drops down, and it looks like it's starting to breathe blue fire out of the point, the point in its mouth, the spear that's there. And as it's doing it, it's engulfing and encompassing this entire ship as it's going up in the air. And as you all look back, all the boats that were basically trying to keep up with you are fucking, they can't. You guys are so much fucking faster to them. All of them look like dots. And all of a sudden, the ship goes from going up in the air and flying a little bit with this bubble around it to it tilts down and boom, plunges into the sea. As it plunges into the sea, the water just wraps around it. Not a drop comes in. And you start plummeting down. Can I get all of you to make me a Constitution saving throw?
Uh-oh.
Constitution. Sick.
Woo! Loving the nat ones.
Oh, I got a 15.
Who's gonna
Awesome.
puke?
That's
Session 1.
that's
XD.
This isn't death. This is just fun flavoring. Manari, your father has fed you fish and tried to feed you plenty on your entire trip over here, and you fucking upchuck every bit of it. With that nat 1, you throw up yesterday's breakfast everywhere. Just it looks like a goddamn cannon on the back of the fucking boat. And it's bad because it's how it's going is the front of it's going down and she's back there. So some of you are gonna get like little flecks of it on you. Not a lot, just a little bit.
Sylus ain't never been underwater before, so he's probably got a wicked pressure headache like this.
A pressure headache. Sylus is also going to start upchucking. So is Faden, but Micheal and Lyra both keep their food down. So as this happens, all this goes around. You just hear Willie go, "I told all of y'all, you ain't ready for this ride."
Sylus just kind of half stands up, holds up one finger like, hold on, braces his legs. Yeah, hand me that mop there.
He throws it to you.
Reckon I best fix what I made.
So he throws it to you with one hand on the wheel.
I very quickly flick open a small plastic bag from my purse, elegantly throw up into it, and then fold it up, and then hand it to Lyra.
completely non-pulsed. She just takes it and puts it in her bag like this is the most natural thing you've ever seen.
Jesus Christ! All right,
Doesn't even fucking tie the
Can I make a
bag.
perception check to see if I see this go down?
that's amazing. Anyone that's not throwing up can make a perception check to see if this is going down.
Well, I'm
Oh.
swapping the deck.
Yeah, so you ain't seeing it unless Michael just cares to look back and see a bunch of throw up come his way. Michael sees it and thinks this is all fucking. When you look back, Michael, you see several people just puking, and one person collecting puke and putting it in their bag.
Lyra like pulls out a pure white, beautiful handkerchief and just starts dabbing at the corners of Faden's.
Amazing.
Got a little vomit. stuff.
Michael looks back in disgust. And
So Michael looks back and he sees
wow.
Merc Boy swabbing the deck, this dynamic duo over there with one cleaning up the fancier one, and then the blind girl sitting in a puddle of her own projectile vomit.
And can't stop. I feel like it's one of those Benihana fucking videos where you just kept trying to get up and you keep
Team
slipping.
America World Police.
Yes.
Where he just keeps going.
She gets up and fucking slips in, and then she tries to side pedal.
But
away.
vomit makes her vomit,
That
so
is-
she does it again. Anyways,
Faden, that is so pathetic. May I help her?
well, we're not done yet. So, as this is all
Excuse
happening,
me, ladies. You're standing something. Can I get past you?
Be my guest.
Excuse me. Helps clean up around Manari.
you just see Willie smile as all this is happening. Like this is the only pleasure he gets is just watching young bucks get fucked on a boat ride.
Pardon?
Nice.
Not in the literal sense, in the metaphorical sense.
Miss, you need a hand there?
I feel like I need a lot more than just one hand at the moment. I am a goddamn mess.
Well, I only got two, so I hope that's enough.
Two will do. I appreciate any help you can give.
Silas starts swabbing the deck a bit just to clean up a space so Manari can get her footing, and then helps her up.
You just hear Willie chuckling to himself, like maniacally. As you're,
Bucket?
we're gonna be washed off soon. Don't you worry. As he says that, the light from above, you notice has gone out, and it is almost pitch black. And as the boat is as fast as it was above, is as fast down below, going through the ocean. And it is.
I can't see my own nose anymore.
Well, don't worry about it, boy. We'll be there shortly. As that happens, everyone make me a perception check.
You said it's dark, right?
Yeah. So anyone that can see, Manari would just be able to see this, so you don't have to make it. Manari auto succeeds on this.
I would
Nice.
technically make this at disadvantage.
Yep.
I mean, even with dark vision, you're supposed to treat darkness as dim light, which is still disadvantage.
It's all fine.
It's -5.
Anyways, so as it starts hurling down, Michael, Faden, and Manari, as this basically a fucking bullet with a dragon for a face is going through the sea, barreling down. As he starts chuckling, you feel the entire ship get hit. And you guys start tumbling. That hit the three of you you guys looked just at the moment beforehand, and you saw two giant eyes underneath the fucking sea. And this, like as big as the fucking boat, Crab Claw tried to crush the ship. And as it barreled down on it, the barrier itself repelled it. And it went out like a watermelon seed, when you spit it out like that. It went boop. And you guys started tumbling, and he goes, it's been a hot minute since I seen the crackler down this deep. You laddies must be a-tracking 'em. Clean up that puke, would ya? I don't really want to get in a tussle with that again. Nah, not since it took my right hand. And he pulls up like a hook hand, and then he like pulls it out of his jacket. It's a fake hook hand, and he just like throws it back.
I would, but you have an easier time finding the outhouse out here.
Where exactly are we supposed to put all of this copious amounts of puke, exactly?
Silas walks into a random direction and it walks square into the mast. Because he can't see, it's dark.
Well, hold on to your tits, laddies. It's almost go time.
I don't have any birds.
As you guys start as you guys twist and go like head over head into the water, you guys continue to plummet down, and all of you, even the ones that can't see in the dark, see a giant blue portal in front of you. You can see the light emanating from it, just boom, boom, boom. But it's like a ring. You can't see the other side. It's just a ring of blue. And it looks like you're about to fucking crash into something as the ship is headed directly into it. And then you hear Willie go, "Hold on, lads and lassies! It's time to get fucking wild!" And away we go.
The railing around the mast.
Smart. The boat starts going through you guys, and all of a sudden your guys' gravity feels flopped. You guys go through this hole and gravity just feels weird, and he looks around as now you guys are going up instead of down, and he goes, "Oh, we can't have the boat looking like this. Arden will have my fucking gills. I'm supposed to put you down below, but you always let the new adventurers do what they want." As you guys start plummeting up, you guys feel it. The fucking like G5 going on. Your fucking cheeks are like as he does, he hits something on the board, and you can see that that magical barrier, like the sails, the runes that have been in there, they've been like this purplish color, start to fade. And as they do at the tip of it, water starts fucking pouring in. I need all of you to make me a strength saving throw. Michael with disadvantage.
Can I help Faden instead of trying to succeed on it?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know how to roll this.
Bless you.
Twice.
No, I got you.
No.
You can just go over there. So, for you, if you just go over to like that 18 that you made, there's a plus and a minus. So if you need advantage, press plus. If you need disadvantage, press minus, and it'll roll the second.
Michael
rolled
rolled twice
twice.
and got a 17 and
Yeah,
18.
I saw.
He didn't re-roll that.
Right, it's advantage, right? Okay. No.
Awesome.
I think I'm solidifying myself as the leader here.
Yeah. So for the rest of you, you guys are all back on the back of the ship, except for Michael, who's just like sitting at the fucking helm
What?
of it with
Hold
his.
on, I was technically braced.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you have advantage on yours.
Okay, doesn't make a difference.
You sure? Oh yeah, I see. As you guys are just like what you guys are seeing at the back of the ship is like this whole open up, and Willie just smile like he's a fucking crazy person, and the water starts pouring in, but you guys can start seeing the light. You don't know how far it is to the top, but you can tell that you're getting there, and the water starts rushing in, and it's like it's pressurized, and it just knocks the fuck out of Michael, and you don't even see him move. He's like stone, he just takes the waves, the punches of the waves themselves hit him, and he just like barrels his fucking chest. And as this water comes down and you just see him be this pillar of love, Lyra goes like behind Faden and tries to like hold her up and like move her aside, but they both just end up getting hit by this water and going back and hitting a door, falling prone and getting tossed into the railing. Who else? Oh, Sylus is grabbing onto the side of the ship. as the water comes, he's just sitting there and he's looking around. He's seeing all them. He goes to reach out and he can't move because if he moves from this railing, he's gonna go fucking flying. And then he looks back and Manari just gets fucking hit with it and she goes flying back again into the wall. But all the puke is cleaned up. Now we just have to deal with Manari. By the way, Manari's been getting kind of fucked with all these saves. I'm just saying. Jesus Christ.
I'm not having a good day anymore.
No.
I want to go back on the boat.
Manari hears the voice of her father. Now, honey, you know, if you need to come back home, you can come back home whenever you need. It's not a safe place. Sometimes people get hurt. Don't try to be brave. That's what she hears.
I'm not even being brave, and I'm still getting my shit kicked.
Sylus is just standing there like, well, I'm stuck.
So as this all happens, water fucking fills the air. You guys are like trying to hold off from literally the water crashing down on you, and now you're going through this fucking ocean like a bullet, and it's holding you to whatever you crashed into. The back of the bow as Willy Winker looks back at you, Manari, and like just to like check to make sure you don't fall off the fucking boat, because that's happened before. And the rest of you, he just like looks down on as he's like holding it, and he's like, you don't hear me or because it's underwater and it's bubbles. And then boom, you guys come out of the bottom of the ocean and you guys are on top. And what you see around you, as there's no seagulls, but there are birds. You hear birds chirping. And as you look around you down to the south, as you kind of like clean off and everything, you are in a lake. To the north, there's like this big island that's sitting there. To the south of you, there are like these dead trees and ominous feeling lands, and all around you see like these different rivers and stuff that are feeding into this lake that you're in. And Willie just kind of like steers the boat into dock, and this place is magical. Like the stone working is great. It's old and new at the same time. You get this old feeling from it, but you can just sense that the masonry work that was done to it was magnificent. Like it might be old, but it looks better than some of the newest things that have been made. The roofs are blue. The stonework looks great. Even the window panes and stuff have been done. The groundskeeping is fucking immaculate. And as he like puts out as he puts out the walker so you guys can go, he goes, "All right now. Oh, I hope y'all don't mind getting a little bit wet, but we had to clean off the boat, or Arden would have my arse again. Do me a favor, don't tell him that I didn't force you all down below and I let you have the ride up top, okay?"
Okay, as long as you don't tell him that I got absolutely trounced by every possible thing that could ever happen, I'll keep your secret safe.
He looks at you and he gets real fucking close to your face. Like you can feel him breathing. He goes, "I would never tell anyone of what happened there. You have learned one of the best lessons that you could ever learn in your whole entire life. You learn never to underestimate yourself."
Sylus just kind of looks with all this going around, gives a thumbs up, open his mouth, exhales, and just spits out a ton of water.
All right, as it docks, everyone sees there's just a bunch of kids that are your guys' age everywhere. You guys see that there's flags down. You hear people talking. It's super happy, which I'm actually going to put you guys back just a little bit. There's a walkway.
Tip the boatman, Lyra.
Yes. Here. She like pulls out some amount of coinage and unceremoniously like slaps it into his hand. I also have fish.
What is this for then?
Aiden's already walking away.
She like rifle, like she's kind of semi-panicked. She like pulls like most of a fish out of her bag and also puts that in his hand, and then rushes to catch up with Faden.
As you look back, you see him throw all of it into the ocean or into the lake. So he kind of like starts walking with you and goes, yeah, right up ahead is where orientation's going to be. It's where all the other students are, where the headmaster is, and where you'll find your weapons, and where we can go to get all of you orientated with the school. You guys start walking down this path. There's light poles everywhere, and you see this big building. And as you like walk through this archway, you walk into this very large courtyard, and in this large courtyard there's other large buildings. There's other crossways up above. It's very, very lovely. But you do see several other students and several other older people that are there. And Sylus, one of the first things that you see is
first off, Sylus is gonna keep walking until he bumps into something because he's in culture shock.
One of the first things that Sylus notices as he comes in, to kind of like help him out of that culture shock that he has, is that there is a red-skinned hobgoblin female with brown hair that looks suspiciously like his father.
I don't see.
Let's put it over here. So as you say that, as you say auntie, this thing stops, and you see a shifting within its skin, and she stops and goes, "Oi, is that little Sylus?"
Yeah, me.
Well, I never thought that my dear brother would actually let you come here. What is he cooking up?
Mostly hog.
Oh, all right, get on. We'll talk later.
Yeah. Good to see you.
Hey, don't.
Might
Hey,
need a little help around here.
with what?
Lay of the land. Feel like a gilded silver piece.
I will help you for classes. Your homeroom teacher has you for the rest of it. He's got you. Don't worry about it. Go talk to, and you look up forward, and you see she's pointing at a fountain, and there is a like at the fountain, you see the exact image of the person you're talking to standing next to an older blue looking gentleman, but he isn't an elf. He isn't a trident. He's got like symbols upon his head. He's got this great white beard, and he's wrinkled of face. And she looks down, and she looks up at him, and she points. She goes, "Wait until you talk to Arden, and he's got everything covered."
Wait, now hold on. Did I drink the seawater, or am I seeing double?
That's just my shadow, darling.
Oh, right. I remember now.
Yes, it's nothing. It's helpful to be in two places at once.
Right, you always did have that trick. Always got the better of Pa.
All right, go. Be good. Don't fall into any trouble.
Silas just nods.
I don't want to see you in my office unless I am asking you there.
He just gives a thumbs up and walks down the path.
And the image shifts again, but it remains the same. As you guys are walking, you see several different things. You see over in the corner, in literally the shade, a goblin vampire who is sitting there with like an umbrella as well, just like lounging around and sleeping. Just under like a little porticel. As you walk up further, like I said, there's many students that are going everywhere. I'm just going to. There are many students everywhere. The ones that you guys can see are basically main characters. You guys ever watch animes where like you can always tell what the main characters are because they're colored in and everyone else is black? or like
Yeah.
shadowed in. It's like that, except for my system can't handle all the extras, so this is what we're doing.
Just look for the guy with the crazy hairstyle.
Yeah, that's basically fucking it. There's several of them. There's a water genasi. There's an earth genasi. There is somebody that looks suspiciously like the rest of you. A blonde-haired white guy. There is Zack Snyder that you guys had a little meeting with before all of this game took place. He's there, the little kobold.
He's happy to see us.
Yeah. He looks over at you and just like puts his glasses up, like his shades up, and like looks down. There's also another elf that's here. It's an Elydrin, and a black cat that is upon the Elydrin's shoulders. That's just like hanging around with them. And as you all look, what would be? Can I have a history check from all of you?
History.
Oh, Lyra, so good.
This kind of tracks.
No wonder you've been saying, "Can I not do this?" Michael, my man, Michael. As you like, kind of look in, you see like the head guy, looking, and you like tilt your head, like he's a little older, but he's a fucking Vidalcan. The headmaster's a goddamn Vidalcan. Okay, cool. But as you guys go up, you can also tell and remember from your parents, that his name was Arden Harkin, and he was the same headmaster when they fucking went to this school. And he is a scribe wizard.
He's an old boy.
Yeah, he old as fuck. He knows mama and papa. He knows mama and papa.
Papa.
What I like to do now, before I have, so we're about to get into the big announcement scene with him. Give people their specialty weapons and stuff like that. Before we get into all of that, I would like to take a little 5-minute break, let everyone stretch their legs and shit, and then we're going to get into basically the second half of this entire story.
You got it.
Glad.
Also, that was a lot of vomit.
Hey, not my fault that Manari can't hold her lunch.
Faden, I have these
so
snacks.
sorry.
You just threw so much up. You must eat.
Is that Faden Agorath?
Is this the Demoy?
Yeah.
Demoy?
This one is Bella Dimon.
And I definitely know her.
Well, you've heard of her. You're assuming as her looks. So this water genasi that's walking up, she's wearing the same outfit that you guys are, but her hair is done up and everything like that. There's not very many, and the Dimon family is known for being water genasis. They're the only ones that are probably rich enough to just come here. And if she's walking up to you, it's probably that bitch. It's the youngest of the Dimon family, with her older sister being Gemma Dimon. This is Bella Dimon.
How close does she get to Faden?
Oh, right up to her. She goes, "Oh my god, Faden."
I just put my hand up.
Each other's face.
I just put my hand up to Lyra, like she knows what that means. Like, it's cool.
I've got 2 daggers.
Perfect.
Oh no! Excelled speed run.
As you like put your daggers up and you put your hand up, she goes, "Oh, we're gonna be best fucking friends," and she hugs you.
I allow it. I put on my brightest smile and I do the cheek kiss on each side.
She does it back.
Yeah.
She goes, "Mwah,
okay.
mwah." Oh my god!
What do I have to roll to assess her outfit?
Ooh, give me just a perception check.
Okay.
Unless you can make an argument for something else.
Maybe I don't
history,
know.
because that style is so last year.
As it,
Oh,
I think it's probably perception. I think that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
roll to roaster. Oh.
Oh, with a 16, You can tell, however she got here, she did it in fucking style. She is, her outfit is pressed. She's looking good. She has some jewelry on her, a couple little rings, a family necklace. Her earrings are done. She looks good.
I'm like, girl, where did you get that outfit?
This fucking old thing. They made me wear, can you believe it? They made me wear Gemma's old outfit.
Don't even get new things. What's wrong with them?
I know. Daddy's just, he's being such a stickler. But it's okay. He's in a good mood. He heard that Gemma got ahead of the high society, and I am a shoo-in. Oh my god, are you going to join with me? Faden, you've got to join with me.
Oh, we're rushing.
We're rushing?
We're rushing.
Fucking hell yeah. That's what's up, slut.
Visible confusion in character.
If looks could kill.
So funny.
She goes, well, come on. Ugh. Let's get over with this little talking. I hear that our fucking headroom. Did you not hear already? We're in the same homeroom.
I didn't. I just got here. It was quite a ride. I link arms with her and start walking, and I turn to look at Lyra, and I give her this wink, like, got this.
As you guys go up, she goes, we've got the fucking hardest homeroom teacher. He's this little goblin, and she looks back behind it's the one that's sleeping. His name is fucking Victor Roblin. Oh my god. Apparently he likes to kick people out on the first day, so watch out.
He looks like he needs some sun.
Bitch, you go. And she just like she like pats you on she pats you on the back. She goes, "We're gonna be besties by the end of this year, no doubt."
Best friends.
Hell yeah. And then as you guys just like sit there, she goes, "Give me your sending stone number."
Yeah, of course, because I knew that was gonna, be a thing.
she takes out this like it's this stone, but in the middle of it, it's a bunch of crystals, and the screen comes on, and it looks oddly like one of our smartphone devices as it like lights up. She goes, "Fucking
Ah, shit, these people are rich enough for a magic fairy box."
oh my god. Why do you smell like that?
Sylus just looks. Salt water.
Vomit?
Oh my
above.
god. I think I'm gonna hurl. And then she
Oh, I pull out one of my little baggies and I hand it to her like, girl, I got you.
She takes it and she does like that pompous like into it.
I mean, the floor is right there, and I can go get the mop.
That's disgusting. No.
Sylus just shrugs.
No, thank you, dear. Oh my god. Do you know him?
I think we met once. I don't know how he got into the school.
He's kind of gross, but I bet he cleans up nice.
Sylus is just cleaning up the walkway stones. Just gardening.
I assess if Sylus cleans up nice.
He does. Wow. He does he does an excellent job. So as he starts cleaning up the stones and everything like that, you just see like so with that nat 20, you see like the hobgoblin like she's like bouncing her head up and down like, I like this. There's the Earth Genasi over to the left, and he's just picking his fucking nose. And there is the boy that's up to the right, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy. He's got a book in his hand and his glasses keep falling down. He keeps pushing them back up as he's reading his book. As you're looking around, and I believe Lyra was going to say something, so I'm assuming with that nat 20 you also see whatever the fuck Lyra's doing.
After the
look.
wink, I've fallen back to grab the arm of this poor, downtrodden, pathetic, covered, well, not anymore covered, but still kind of reeking of
She's
vomit.
fucking dripping wet.
And
she
she
leans
like
over to Lyra.
pulls
"Who's
up.
the
She pulls like
small-"
an entire like blanket towel thing out of her bag and just like drapes it over her shoulders.
She leans over to Lyra. Thank you. And who's the small bitch? She's weird.
Because she's a bit of a cunt.
I noticed.
Just avoid her.
I plan on it.
Yes, I can guide you away from her. No worries. And I like grab her arm and link it with mine, and I like walk her like you would walk an elderly person.
Will you do me
Careful.
a?
Doesn't
Will
stop
you do?
her.
Will
She's
you,
perfectly okay with this.
will you two do me a favor? Actually, just Lyra. Just Lyra. You know what, Lyra, with advantage, will you roll me a deception check to kind of like hide what you're saying and shit. You have to beat a 23, by the way.
Wait,
Fuck.
she rolled persuasion?
She rolled
Yeah,
persuasion.
it's persuasion.
She rolled persuasion, and she got a 23.
Oh
How
shit!
do I
And you
advance-
got a 3. You have advantage. So go over to that 3, press the little plus sign. Nat 20. That's an auto success. So I know that. Well, we're gonna roll it as an auto success on this one. Even though she got a 23, you couldn't have beat it regardless. But on a nat 20, you were. And as she looks back and she sees you putting over it, whatever you're saying, she just acts like you're the fucking help and doesn't even pay attention to you.
I am the help.
I know. That's why she doesn't pay attention to you.
My favorite thing to do is on a nat 20 for skill checks, even though it's not an auto success, is to treat it as a +5 because it's best possible result.
Yeah, well, that's exactly. We did something similar there. So as it happens, she just goes back. She goes, Faden.
Yes, girl.
We're gonna have fucking fun this year. Toodles! And after she gets your number, she just like kind of walks off to this big Earth Genasi looking motherfucker. And in the midst of all that, as she starts walking off, the headmaster starts speaking. He goes, and he puts a finger up to his throat, and it amplifies his voice and kind of echoes out.
As he starts doing that, Silas kind of says, "Oh shoot, you gotta scurry along, little guy, and let's go." The squirrel he was holding.
Jesus Christ!
Perfectly cut.
Perfectly cut memes. All right. He goes, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining the academy this year. You should know that you're the best and or brightest in each of y'all's department. I am Arden Harkin, your headmaster and the teacher of all the scribes. This here is Miss Elgor Plunder, and she will be handling our disciplinary as well as our fighting pits, and is also the coach of the Blood Gulch fighters. She takes on a lot of responsibility, but I know that none of you shall find your way within her office this year, as you're all very fine students, I can tell already. But there is one thing that you need to know, and there's one thing that I need you to grasp this year. You could go anywhere. You've all experienced a change within your young years. You've all had an awakening of sorts. Come to magic. Some of you use it without even knowing it to strengthen your bodies. Others, you have studied and had a moment where you can access it and push it on and pull it through. But you need to know that none of that is as important as the group. Even a single drop, which that is what you all are. You are a drop
in a rainstorm. And what you will learn here this year is that the drop is nothing compared to the ocean.
And you see him put his hand behind into the fountain, and he waves his hand around, and water comes up, and he gets like a ball of it, and he goes,
Only me by myself can hold this water. It is nothing. I could put out maybe a small fire with it. But if I had help...
And several of the older students come, several of the fourth year that are standing all around him kind of all do the same hand gesture towards the fountain, and it burst up into this giant globe, and it just keeps growing and growing, like the water that is underneath this fountain is endless. He goes,
But within a group, we could make an ocean. We could drown the world, conquer a kingdom. What you will learn here is that by yourself you are mere but nothing. But together you can be the strongest. Together you can cause violence. Wait, hold on, not violence.
and he just like starts thinking. You see Elgor like put her hand behind his back, and she starts whispering to him, and he goes,
Oh, yes. Well, the world doesn't need violence as much. But you will have violence while you're here. Many of your classes will condone it, will need it. Your powers, whether it be physical or magical, there are several different things of success. You may succeed by beating down the wall. You may succeed by persuading the wall. What you need to know is that one word, one person's success is not the same for another. All success is within how you see it. You can all do magnificent things. You'll grow to be magnificent people. But if there's one thing that you need to know and learn here, besides the group, the whole is more important than the single, is our motto. And that motto is acta non verba. Act, don't speak. As you are young, you'll be paralyzed by what you can and cannot do. After you have had your first year here, you'll be able to act without thinking, act without talking, be able to rain down violence upon your foes. Ah!
and she pats him again. Oh,
All of you are strong. And here at the Aquamarine Academy, we welcome you with open arms and offer you a gift. This gift will be known to you. As you are here, it will grow, it will change, and it will become who you are. And it is part of your final grade each semester. This weapon or item, depending on your heritage and what you have gotten used to, will change. And every year before you leave, before you depart, you will bring it back. And we'll see physically how much you've grown.
And he steps back and puts a hand onto the fountain, and you see it boiling up, and it makes a snow globe kind of thing with water, and the shadow of a person appears in it. And as you look into it, you can see that there is not just a person, but it seems to be some sort of tiger rolling around in there. And he looks at you and goes,
You group.
and he points directly towards Sylus, Faden, Manira. my bad. Manari, Lyra, and Michael, and he goes,
You first years,
Byers just
come,
kind of points at his own necktie.
come and accept your gifts. The gifts from the academy.
Very well.
Step in, dearest student.
Lyra can guides Manari up
Like, into
and
the fountain?
as Michael goes in, he goes,
Hold on, form a line, single file. One behind the other, one behind the other. Let him do his thing first. It's okay.
Sorry,
I should have said it. I'm getting old.
Silas just kind of sees the ladies of the group lining up behind him and just walks to the back of the line.
Michael, as Michael steps into the fountain, the water doesn't even stay upon Michael. As you go in, it moves with your body and closes it up around you. And as you're inside, you are in this like air bubble, and you see this daunting figure. She's tall, she's magical, ethereal looking, and this tiger is swimming around, and on its tail is this light source. And as you come in, it stops and it sits by her feet, and she goes,
Oh, another student and another year for gifts. You there? What are you to become of?
I don't know what the future holds for me, but it shall be grand.
Give me your hand, young one. Let me tell you what your past holds, and maybe your future can mimic it if it was indeed grand.
Stick out my hand.
she grabs as you stick out your hand, she puts hers underneath it and puts her other one over it, and you see her eyes go white and shine, and they're bright, and they meet yours and yours also, and you and her have a vision together, and it's not of you, it is of your ancestors. It is of a time before, and you see these high elves upon these high marbled walls, the epitome of a fantasy town, high towers everywhere, everyone has magic and is using it. There's not people like toiling within the fields. People are delivering water via magic. They are getting the crops via mage hand, and you feel and you can see like this vision of you on top of a wall, and you're looking out and you can hear this horn ring out and it's not you, but it's somebody else. They reach on to their back and they pull out this weapon, and it is made of the exact same steel wooden that the ship was made from, and it is a long rifle, and the entire thing is like this wood grave, but it feels cold in your hands, and it has this scope on it, and you see that this version of you, they whip around and they look down this scope, and they coat themselves in this darkness. This inky black surrounds them, and they boom fire a shot, and you follow the bullet all the way down, and this pink mist just out of the back of this bugbear's head, and as that pink mist, you guys come out of it, and she goes, "Oh, marvelous, marvelous. Here, this was made from your ancestors. It's only fitting that we give you a similar weapon. I'm sure you're proficient with it." And she pets her cat, and at the end of it, she grabs the cat's tail, and that bulb, she puts her hand over it, and she pulls out the exact weapon that you saw in your vision. It is that wooden metal weapon with a scope on it, this long distance rifle, and she hands it to you, and she goes, "I hope that you make the most out of it that you can. Now remember, this thing grows with you, so whatever you kill, whatever you do, it will help and enhance that. When you bring it back here to me, I will assess your entire year. This is the Aquamarine's rifle. It is a replica of your ancestors, and it is a living weapon, as in it changes. If you kill a bunch of undead, it will, in fact, end up getting some sort of necrotic damage, or even turn your bolts into bludgeoning if it's a lot of skeletons, to make sure that you do bludgeoning instead of piercing damage.
Sweet.
So there you go. It literally changes with you.
Thank
And
you, madam. I appreciate the gift.
And she goes, the mistress of Aquamarine is always here to help. Please, let the next one in. Next.
Lyra like pulls Manari to the side to make room for Faden to go forward.
Would you like to contest this, Manari? Or just do
Absolutely under no circumstances.
it? Okay.
Like whispers, like, "Shh, we gotta let the important people go first."
Yeah, I know.
Jesus.
I know.
I just walked
In
forward
corres-
like it was my birthright.
In correspondence with a
Immediately.
bit, Silas stays at the back of the line.
Yeah. You see the water genasi just like shake her head as everyone moved aside. As you walk in, same thing happens. The water goes around, and as you step in, I need you to make me a very special Arcana check, Faden. You have advantage on this one.
Oh no.
Oh, I do? Well, that's good, because that
Yes.
sucked.
Yeah, that was a 5. Jesus. Go over there to. Okay, yeah, you can just press it again. 16. As you walk in and you lock eyes with her, before she even speaks, she like goes to like grab your hands to like hold them, and she stops herself, and she looks at you with her eyes, and the tiger looks up at you as well, and she goes, "Oh, I didn't think I'd see one of our kind here in some time. Who are you? What is your name?"
I'm Faden Agorath.
"I am the mistress of Aquamarine, and you are more than Faden Agorath. What is your full title?"
Oh. I don't know. What is my full title?
I cast exposition.
We didn't talk about this.
But then you would tell her that.
I don't know.
"Oh, he did not give you one when he gave you that." And she points to your bracelet.
No, he gave me a bracelet and an egg.
She pets the sea lion. "Oh, he's still doing the egg thing. That's how I got this scrumptious little thing. Did he at least tell you what to do with it?"
He said, take care of it.
"Did he tell you what happens if you don't?"
Not exactly.
"It is off of your emotions. And I shouldn't tell you this. If he wanted you to know, he would have told you it himself. It is off of your emotions, your characteristics, and what you do. That thing inside will turn into whatever you are, your manifestation. If you're a disgusting person, a nasty one, it may turn into something nasty. If you're overbearing and overly aggressive, it may turn into a kraken. We don't know. Mine turned into a sea lion."
So you're saying you're majestic.
"I am saying that I am the champion of Tyrannic, the warlock. And you have come to a school that does not accept our kind except for to use us."
Well, they don't have to know.
And they
I
won't.
assume that any discussion happening inside that is kind of hidden.
Yes, it is. 100%. Or she wouldn't be talking about it. She looks at you and she goes, "Faden, once a week, you are going to come here. I don't know what guise you are, or what you have told them you are, or how you've got in here, because they would not have accepted you.
But I do know that your tutor is busy with things, and I shall teach you how to be in of his service. Are we clear?
I'm grateful for your tutelage.
Wonderful. And she grabs you by the wrist very slowly, and the band that you have around your arm, and she takes the tail of the tiger and presses it to it. She goes, "This won't do anything to disrupt it, but it will transform your weapon, your focus. You do not have to give that back, but when you do come here at the end of the school year, I will take all enchantments back with it. But be careful of that item he gave you. I would hate to see you eaten by your own emotions."
I'm tougher than I look.
Calm like the river, tough as the waves. You need both, not one or the other. And she opens up the door as in to be like, we are done with this conversation for now.
I bow before I leave.
She blinks at you. You have just met one of the 12 champions of the gods.
That's pretty
No,
cool.
that's-
This is where Tyrannix has been. Which, for those that doesn't know, Tyrannix is the god of the sea.
Thank you.
You've got it. Okay, next.
I give Lyra like a bit of a hand five. I always say hand five. I'm doing it forever.
Yeah, hand
High
five.
five. High five. Like,
Otherwise
go
known as
get
a
'em.
clap.
Lyra first like turns to Manari and like guides her hand into the hand of Sylus, and then watch her on the stairs. Okay.
She
Alright.
lets out a massive, dramatic sigh, loud enough for anybody within earshot to hear.
She is look. She's concerned about the stairs. They immediately became and okay, it's fine. Okay, you'll be fine. Okay.
You can
Like,
tell.
pat
You
her
can
on the
tell.
shoulder.
You can tell him that you can see.
Nope.
It's better this way. I miss
Let them
Papa.
believe what they want.
Silas just kind of looks at Manari and says, "You need a hand, miss?"
What are hands? I don't know what those are. I can't see them.
Silas just kind of looks, thinks for a moment, examines his own hand. That thing on the end of your arm that allows you to grab things.
Great. I think I already have 2 of those. I'm fine.
Hey, I got 2 of those as well. Looks like we had all the right parts.
Oh my god, twinsies!
No, I don't have any twins.
Oh, okay. Siblings?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Nice. This is good. We can be siblingsies then.
From here henceforth, that's Manari Steel. Like the rest of them. All right, Lyra has entered into the water fountain and has seen the vision of Mistress of Aquamarine. And she looks at you quite like the other ones, and she stops and she looks. She goes, "Ah, and whom are you?"
I am Lyra.
And what do you want, Lyra?
Takes a moment. I'm not sure.
That is the smartest thing I've heard all day. Give me your hand.
Reaches out her hand.
Awesome.
You look into her eyes, hers turn white. You both see a vision. As this vision goes forth, you see a young couple fighting. You see a woman who has this weapon. This sword is like in the middle of both a short sword and a long sword. It's very triangular, fat at the bottom, pointy at the top, and she's running with like a child that's in a satchel across her chest, and she's fighting off these people that you can't recognize. It's in the dark, and she seems to be protecting something. Every time that something goes to attack, she seems to deflect it, put it out of the way, and maneuver in such a way, and it reminds you a lot of yourself. And and as it goes, she's running down like the dock. She's by a pier, and she fights people off, but she ends up getting cornered, and she ends up running on a boat. And as you look up, like you're looking around this lady, like you're in her shoes, you feel her protection for this baby, this child. You walk in, and you see a familiar face, but it's way too young, too weird. This lady stops, and you can see Faden's father in on this ship. Like as she busts through the cabin door, and all these people are coming after her, she rushes in, and you look and you see Faden's father, and it stops, and she goes, "Oh, well, at least I know what weapon you need." And she does the same thing with the tiger's tail. She pulls out, and she hands you the blade of aquamarine. It's the same blade that you saw this woman carrying. I hope that you end up finding what you want, but just know that ignorance is not a deficit. Sometimes not knowing what you want allows you to free yourself up to truly find what you need. And she opens up the waterways and lets you go.
She thrusts the sword to her belt and takes some slightly shaky steps out of the fountain. He
Awesome.
joins Faden.
Nice. You hear Arden go, "Okay, next!"
She walks up the steps with a smile on her face, no problem.
Cyrus just kind of briefly trails behind, still holding her hand, and when she reaches the top, let's go.
As you go into the water, she goes, "Oh, well, that is peculiar. Who are you? What are you?"
Well, isn't that the question? I'm Manari. I'm not built right. I don't know how to answer that question. I'm going to be honest, and I'm very sorry for that.
No, it's quite all right. Something has done something to you, though.
The eyes, yeah. Let's. It's a quirk, you know. She nervously laughs.
She smiles and goes, "Well, that's more than a quirk. You have been touched by something. Give me your hands. Actually, first, Manari, what is it that you seek? What is it that you want for yourself?"
I seek knowledge. I want to know everything about everything. I want to be the library that holds our secrets. Any secrets. I I know there's so many things left buried, left untouched that we must find out again. The amount of technological advancements that could be had that just haven't been found yet is deeply saddens me. I need to find it.
She smiles and she goes, "You've come to the right place if that is what you want. But I think before you figure out the world, you might try with just yourself." And she puts out her hands.
She grabs her hands.
So same thing that happened with the last two. Her eyes go white, yours do, and you guys have a vision together. And yours, for the first time in your life, you have normal vision. This body that you're in can see wholly and dearly, and you can feel that it's panting and it's running. And you look overhead, and it's just caves everywhere. You are underground, and it's pitch black, and you can see your people, other drow, running with you. And as you look down, there is a shield upon you that is made entirely of mirror, and it is ornate, and it has skulls upon it, and it reminds you of your god Skatade 100%. And you end up running up and going up, and you have this weird blade in your hand as well, and it feels odd. It just doesn't feel like when you go to swing it at a person and its balance shifts from one way to another, like there's a liquid inside of it. And this blade that you have, as you use it and strike this person down, you can see like their face crack, but they don't bleed. And as like this person like goes to attack you, you bring up your shield, you knock them back, you swing back around, and you slash them. And as you slash them in half, they shatter, and mirror and glass is everywhere. But your weapon breaks as it hits the ground, and quicksilver splashes into your eyes, and you can feel a burning agony. And as that's happening, you're pulled back out of your body. She goes, "Oh, no. Much too violent, much too violent. I am so sorry if that caused you any discomfort. I was not expecting that. That's one of the more horrendous ones I've felt in a while."
That's more than fine. I don't remember being able to see before. Seeing is fascinating. That was can she pauses to think for a second. Can we go back? Finish the memory, perhaps?
No, I have many others to do. That
Okay,
is
fair enough.
that is not your memory. That is a ancient one of yours memory. But I do know what you need. And she grabs the tail, and she pulls the mirrored shield out, and she goes, "This will serve you as much as it served them. I believe it is only befitting for one who reflects everything anyways. Keep it close to you. It will do you great deeds while you're here."
Thank you very much. I love it.
She opens up the water for you to leave.
You need help down the stairs?
No, I'm fine. You can just see her staring down at her new shield.
Well, that's real pretty.
Thank you. Yes, it is. Can she just see like an infinite series of reflections
Yeah.
in the mirror from
It's just back and forth.
Nice.
See?
You hear Arden Harden go,
It's next. Let's keep this moving. We have a lot to do today.
Right, that's me.
Go on, Sylus. I believe in you.
As soon as you walk in, she goes, "Ooh, now that is something new. I have been
Silas just kind
alive.
of looks around, touches the water.
I have been alive for a very long time, and I don't think that I have ever felt a presence like yours.
It seems to happen a lot around here.
Not touched by the divine, not touched by magic, but touched by magic all in the same. How did you come to be?"
Honestly, I just always been this way. I mean, when younger kids and I played around, some of them had a thing for magic. Smith's apprentice could use fire, but me, nothing. It's always been that way, as long as I can remember.
Let me ask you the same thing I asked the rest of them. What is it that you want out of life?
Silas just kind of has a long pause for a moment. He says, honestly, I just want to be, well, equal with everyone else here. I've had to work twice as hard to make it 2/3 the way, even folks in the Steel Pegasus. Some of them got a natural leg up on human like me. Guess I just want to, well, fight on equal terms.
I can respect that. There are secrets out there that can help you do that. You have once again come to the right place. I'm going to tell you a secret since you are honest with me. While you're at this school, they haven't discovered it. But if you hear or see any research, it may be to your 3rd or even 4th year, you're going to want to look into the breakers.
Silas just nods.
That will put you truly upon even footing. Now give me your hands, and let's see what I can do to help you.
Silas just holds out his hands.
So as you guys hold out your hands, you see her eyes go white, but you don't have a vision. And you guys are just like standing there, and her eyes are glowing, and Silas is just like, this is kind of fucking weird. As she's just holding your hands, and she kind of comes.
Only ham radio static.
Yeah,
from Silas.
Yeah, and she kind of comes out of it. She goes, "Oh, dear. Well, I'll be damned. It's not every day that I meet one who comes from that family line. Okay."
Well, if you know about my family line, a lot of us are ranchers, herders, went from Iron Silk.
She smiles and she goes, No, you'll find out eventually. And she goes, but this is yours. And she takes out a bastard sword. This is the bastard blade of Aquamarine. Your family, back then, used these when no one else did. And she hands it over to you.
Ah, 1.5 blade. These have a bit of a heavier swing, but I'm used to them.
For everyone that's listening, it's a bastard blade. We don't have that in D&D, so I made, because I can do my mod formulas, it's 1d4 plus 1d6. So it's literally in between a short sword and a great sword. Well, or long sword and great sword. And she hands it over to you, and she goes, I believe that will do you quite well while you're here, Sylus.
He just kind of holds it, gives it a small swing as he can in the water bubble. Balance is right, feels good. He just kind of nods and puts it on his belt.
Awesome. It was a pleasure. Thank you. And as you, she opens it up, and as you go to leave, everyone else kind of goes in and they do this little thing, and you guys kind of disperse some. You see most of your classmates come in and come out. Some of them looking bewildered, some of them looking like the fuck was that kind of thing. But there is a bit of a common theme of that did not go how I thought it was going to go. And as your guys' classmates kind of go in and out of this, you start to gather around, and you all hear that you have the same teacher, which would be Victor Roblin the Goblin. You come out, and he stops all of you, and he goes, okay, don't we? I am Victor Roblin. I will be your teacher, your homeroom teacher. But we will not do this here. I know many of you are eager and willing to go to your barracks. You want to talk, you want to chit-chat with your friends. That is not what I am here for. No. See, some of you have come here not only on false pretenses, but when you should not. Not all people who are touched by magic belong here. No. Only the best belong here. Some of you will fail today. Some of you will be sent home this very afternoon.
And it will be upon
Sylus just
my
stands there
own
sweating.
world. The rest of them like kind of like do it, and the vice principal just kind of walks, like after hearing this, kind of walks away. Victor continues. This school has had too many sycophants, too many pompous people that only do go out there and get themselves killed or get their teams killed. Today we are going to have my own orientation, my own entrance exam. I have the ability to dismiss you whenever I like. So come with me. We are going to the Deadlands, and you are going to prove yourselves to me. And he starts walking on.
Okay, but is that a cat?
That is a cat.
I try to touch it.
It is sitting on the shoulder of this Elydrin. If you would like to, as you go to pet it, the Elydrin goes, I mean, hey, what are you doing?
Fluffy.
Oh, that's Ryan, man. Rye, say hi.
Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
And as you come up to pet it, the cat lets you pet him on his head. And he just kind of like bats your hand as you try to pet it. Yeah.
I snap to Lyra like fish.
I whip out a perfect filleted fish, salmon, and present it into her hand.
Well, yeah, how'd you store a salmon that big in your purse pocket?
I am carrying like a massive bag.
I try and give the fish to the cat.
As you do, this giant fish, which is clearly the size of the cat, it tries to like put its mouth around it, and it can't. And then all of a sudden, you see its mouth change and its head get large, and it transforms into a large, what you would know as a bugbear, and just goes. Oh, thank you, it's delicious.
Would that be considered more or less fluffy than before?
Manari reaches out to pet the bugbear.
How fluffy is the bugbear?
Let me roll for fluffiness.
Roll for fluff.
We'll just do a d20 for fluff. He can have a d20 plus 2 for his fluff roll. He is 22. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. A nat 20. He is like the fucking clouds themselves. He's so fucking fluffy.
It's so
This man is the Fabio of bugbears.
Yeah, he is the Fabio of bugbears. He just destroyed that salmon, but as you look at him, he takes fucking good care of his hair. He is super fluffy. He's even softer in this form than in cat form.
Oh
Sylus
my
just kind
gosh.
of looks, runs his fingers through his hair, and then just looks at the bugbear enviously.
Lyra, more fish.
At once. Pull out half a tuna. Absolutely massive.
This elf standing next to you, and he looks at you and goes, "Hey, be nice to Ryan, man. He's a little shy.
What's nicer than giving him fish?
He can get a tummy ache if you give him too much, you know. He doesn't know when to stop."
Oh, it's like my own pet at home. My
Is your pet-
barracuda's name is Ashley.
Is your pet also a bugbear?
No, she's a shiny barracuda fish.
You
Okay,
see,
so I think these are two vastly different animals. This one is furry, and that one is scaly.
I had a
like
pet
both.
rock.
Oh.
Yeah,
Faden
of course
just kind of like motions to Lyra and is like, I'm done here.
as you guys kind of like give up on him and he gets done eating, you see his eyes like go wide and he morphs back into his cat form and goes back up onto the shoulders. Druids, baby.
I'm gonna run out of fish at this rate.
Okay, let us go. Ennui, let's go. Remember, acta non verbis. That means shut the fuck up.
Wow.
But does he speak Aquan?
By the way, did we see what everyone got from the?
Oh yeah, I mean, if you guys want, so this is going to be a long ride. So basically, what ends up happening is you guys go to the south there. No, not the south. You guys end up going over to the east. I went the wrong direction. You guys end up going over to the east, and there's a portal
Take the
room.
scenic route.
There's a portal room, and one of them's as you go in, there's 4 different portals, and you guys end up going through this green one with their skulls and everything all over it. And it goes, and as you go through it, you're in another place, but this place feels immediately creepy, quiet as fuck. You don't even hear any animals, and he looks at you and goes,
Now we are in the Deadlands. Make sure you follow the trails, because if you go off of them, the undead may end up having your soul for dinner.
Okay, Manari, come take my hand.
She sighs and accepts the hand.
Faden, take my other one.
I link arms instead.
It is acceptable.
Silas just notices this, looks at Michael, and says, "So, do we?"
and that's where we're going to end the session today.